Want to speed up your language learning? Get access to all of our best PDF cheat sheets for free. Just click the link in the description and sign up for your free lifetime account right now.
Hi everyone! Welcome to Ask K-Jin. My name is K-Jin. 안녕하세요, K-Jin입니다. In this series, I'll answer your Korean questions. So if you have any questions, please let me know by clicking the link in the description. Or you can go to koreanclass101.com/ask-kjin. So ask me any questions. Today, I picked questions related to Batchim Part 3. Here's the first question from Gerald. Thank you, Gerald. Why does Batchim make the next sound stronger? Right, Batchim makes the next sound stronger, but not all the time. So let's look at this. When one of this 기역, 디귿, or 비읍 is the consonant in the 받침 position, and the first consonant of the following syllable is pronounced as a double consonant. What? What does it mean? I'll make it simple, so don't worry. So let's look at the 받침 sound of this example. 짠, 학생. We have this word, 학생. 학생, it means a student. 학생. 짠, let's look at the first syllable, and it has this 기역 as 받침, right? 받침. So what happened is this sound get doubled. What does it mean? What does it mean? Don't worry, it's not so hard. So when there is this 기역 sound, 학, it's not 생. Next sound is not 생, it's 생, 학생, 학생. And it sounds hard, right? But actually, it happens very naturally. Korean people didn't make these pronunciation rules so complicated to confuse you. Nope, it's not like that. This pronunciation rule was made. It happened very naturally because it's easier to pronounce it. This 기역 in 받침 position, 학, basically you need to block your throat. These two. Another example is this. You block your throat. And these two, you block your mouth like hop, up, up, up. So basically, you block your throat or mouth, and the next sound, you have to open your eyes to make the sound, right? And naturally, the next sounds got stronger. Yes, it's a very natural one. So I'm introducing this as a rule, and that's why it looks complicated. But actually, my students make this sound very naturally, even without memorizing these rules. So please make sure to practice the words and read it out very, very loud. 학생! Like this. So you can actually train your Korean tongue muscle. So let's look at this. This is not 학생, 학생. Nope. The actual pronunciation is like this. 학생, 학생, because you block, you stop your air from your throat. So the next sound is naturally got stronger. How about this? 웃다, 웃다. Do you know what it means? 웃다 means to laugh. 웃다, 웃다, or to smile. 웃다, 웃다. Do you hear my pronunciation? This is not 웃다, 웃다, 웃다. It's even harder to pronounce the next sound weakly. It naturally got so strong. So the next pronunciation is 웃다. Because this 웃. By the way, this looks 쉬워, but in 받침 pronunciation, it's more like 디귿. That's why it's categorized as this. So you stop your air from your throat. That's why the next sounds here, the da, ta become ta. It's easier to pronounce it. 학생, 웃다, 학생, 웃다. Okay, I have more examples for you. Next word we have is instrument. In Korean, that is ak, and ki, akki, akki, akki. And when you pronounce it quickly, it's akki. So there's a I would say throat blocking sound, ak. And the next sound is this, so it's naturally get doubled, as in akki, akki, just like akki. And how about this? We have another, this 기억 as 받침. So this sound is doubled, just like 식당, 식당. It's not 식당, 식당, 식당. It's harder to pronounce this two sound weakly. 식당 is easier, 식당. And next we have this. 짠, 악, 악, 악. So what happens is, it becomes aksu. This got doubled like this. This too, this got doubled like this. This got doubled as this. So we double the sound. And it happens very naturally. If you read this word on your own and practice it a lot, you will understand it. Your tongue muscle will understand it and make these sound very naturally. Let's look at this. 짠, 갑, 갑. Again, air blocking sound, 갑. So naturally, these sounds got doubled. 갑자기 is hard. 갑자기 is easier. So this got doubled like this. 갑자기, suddenly. And we have this. Again, 택배, 택배, 택배. If you read it quickly, it becomes 택배, 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 parcel. Last word we have is 학, 악, 악. And this, what happens is, these sounds got doubled, as in 학교. It's not 학교, 학교. No, 학교, 학교, school. So these rules are very important, so please remember. So if there is air blocking sounds such as 기억 or 티귿, 비읍, then the next consonant got doubled. Then, how about the consonant without the double sound? For example, 니은. There's no 니은. 이응. There's no 이응. So these are not applicable, but there are some consonants that can get doubled. For example, like 기억 can become this. And 디귿 can become 쌍디귿. And 비읍 become 쌍비읍. 시옷 become 쌍시옷. And I don't have space. 지읒 becomes 쌍지읒. So only the consonant that can get doubled get doubles. The other consonant that doesn't have the double consonant, you ignore that. And again, this happens very naturally because basically you block the air from your mouth or throat. So next consonant get stronger naturally. So practice a lot. Here's the second question from Chris. Thank you, Chris. How does a 히읗 받침 affect the sound of another consonant? By the way, this pronunciation rule is called aspiration. You don't have to memorize this, but well, that's the name. So what is the rule? When one of 기억 or 티귿 or 비읍 or 지읒 meets 히읗, then the pronunciation changes to its aspirated version, to this. Oh, I have example for you, so don't worry. So let's look at the example first and go back to this rule. We have this. 축. This says this 기억 pronunciation. Now we have this 히읗. So 기억 and 히읗, 짠, they met. What happens is this 기억 is changed to its aspirated version, which is 기억. How? The pronunciation become 추, 카. These two sounds are combined as k sound. Aha! So when you see this 기억, 디귿, 비읍, 지읒. So these four sounds, if these four sounds meet 히읗, if they meet 히읗, this our bestie in this lesson, 히읗, what happens is they change to aspiration version like this. 기억, 디귿, 치읓. This is a bit tricky. 피읍. As in 크, 트, 프, 츠. Again, original is 그 changed to 크. This 드 changed to 트. This 부 changed to 프. 즈 changed to 츠. I wonder if you noticed. So basically, we mostly put this one line here. 짠, 짠. Well, in this case, it's two, but 츠. This one, do you see this blue line that I put? They are kind of like 히 sound. So what happens is, when there's 그 sound, and when you put more air, 그, it sounds similar to 그. And this too, 드 sound, and this 히읗 is more air sound, right? When this 디귿 sounds means more air, like it becomes 트, as in 드, naturally. And there are so many things, so let me make it a bit cleaner. This 푸, and you have more H sound, more air. 푸. It sounds similar to 푸. And we have this 즈. It means here with more air. 즈. It becomes 츠 sound. So when you memorize these things as a rule, then it's complicated. But when you actually read out this consonant with more air, 히읗, then it naturally becomes this sound. So actually, you don't need to memorize that, but you need to practice your Korean tongue muscle. Let's look at another example. 짠, 부 sound, right? And it has more air. So what happens is, these are combined as pu. They are combined. 짠. So it's not 입학. It's not 입학. No. It's 입학. We are not making this pronunciation rule, but it happens very naturally. When you pronounce these consonants, such as ch, and there is more air sound in the next consonant, naturally it becomes this and this aspirational version. So let's look at even more examples. Here we go. So 짠, the word that I have is to sit, to make someone sit. I sit you on this chair. So in Korean, that is 앉히다. Do you hear my pronunciation? We have this 즈 sound, and now we have this more air sound. So what happens is, these are combined as 츠. So the pronunciation is 앉히다. Next, we have how in Korean. How. Okay, how. There is 히 sound here and followed by 짜자잔, this 기억. So they are combined as in 짠, 기억. So the pronunciation is not 어떻게, 어떻게. Nope. The natural pronunciation is 어떻게, 어떻게. Next, we have this. Ooh, this heel sound. 조. And then when you pronounce it, there's 디귿 sound. So they are combined. How? 디귿 with 드 sound with a lot of air. 트. So the pronunciation is 좋다. 좋다. It means to be good. To be good. Now we have this. 짠. 기억 with hit more air. And they are combined. How? Just like 기억 pronunciation. 크 pronunciation. 크. See, there is just 기억 and this, oops, there was 전 기억, right? 기억. And since there is hit here, we put one more line. So the pronunciation is 역할. 역할. 역할 means role. So what is your role in this play? Or what is your role in this company, in this project? Role. 역할. Next, to widen. To make it broaden, or to make it broad, wide in Korean, that is 넓히다. Why is it P? 넓히? It's because you have B sound and more air sound here. They are combined as P, as in 넓히다. To widen. Last word we have is 맏형. Do you hear my pronunciation? 맏, 디귿, 트. With more air sound, they're combined as 트. So the pronunciation is not 맏형. 부. The correct pronunciation is 맏형. This means eldest brother. So I prepared lots of examples, and please read these a lot and train your tongue muscle so you can read these words very naturally. Here's the last question from Abigail. Thank you, Abigail. Why does a 받침 sound change with 히읗? Right. This is called special rules with 히읗. When nasal sound, 짜잔, 니은, 미음, 이응, and 리을 meet 히읗, what happens is 히읗 disappeared. This also applies to the double final consonant. 짠, I have examples for you, so let's look at it together. So, 짠, do you know this means? 좋아요. I like it, or oh, it's good. 좋아요. This is an expression. On Facebook, you click like, right? The like in Korean is 좋아요. So the like on Facebook or Instagram is 좋아요 in Korean. Anyway, this is an expression, means I like it or it's good. 좋아요. And did you just hear my pronunciation? 짜자자잔. I said 좋아요. Which means this 히 sound is gone. Why? Because this 히 sound is meeting this nasal sound. Bye-bye. When 히 and nasal sounds meet, they are gone. Bye-bye. So the pronunciation is 좋아요. Why? Because basically you're supposed to pronounce the nasal sound. N, M, B. And if there is more air, which is H sound, this 히 sound, well, nothing happens. N, nothing happens. Even if you put more air, more 히 sound, more air to nasal sound, nothing happened. That's why it's gone. Another example is this. 짠. This is opposite expression of 좋아요, which means I don't like it. I hate it. Not good. No. 싫어요. 싫어요. And do you hear my pronunciation? This hue sound is gone. Bye-bye. Why? Because, John, there is this yung here. Yung and hue meet, so they are gone. Bye-bye. So the pronunciation is 싫어요. 싫어요. Basically, they are 시 and hue and yung, they are combined and gone, right? you. And what happens is yung here is a placeholder, so it still the consonant coming before yung. This going here as in 싫어요. No, I don't like it. I hate it. No. 싫어요. Let's look at more examples. Then we have this one. Password in Korean is amo. Well, there is this nasal sound and this more air. So you can pronounce it like amo. And that sounds like amo. So basically it's gone. So it goes to like this, as in amo. So actually, even if you try to pronounce this H sound here as in amo, Korean people recognize these sounds and these sounds the same. That's Korean. Next, we have this nurse. Nurse in Korean is 간호사. This, we have nasal sound, right? 간, and hit. They meet, and this sound is gone. This H sound is gone. So the pronunciation is 간호사. Again, even if you pronounce this H sound as in 간호사, or when you pronounce this as 간호사, Korean people don't recognize that. In daily life, to us, it sounds same. So what's the difference? I know in some countries, this K sound and KH sound are different, but Korean people don't distinguish them. So even if you say this is K, this is with more air, K, Korean people are like, really? They are same. So we don't distinguish them. So even if you pronounce with more H sound, we don't know as a native Korean. The next word we have is 좋은 책. It means good book. Then we have hit meets in. What happens is bye hit. So it becomes 좋은 책, good book. Next, I'm so shocked. This is incorrect. Sorry about that. Correct translation is culture. Sorry about that. So the pronunciation is 문화. This niun, the nasal sounds meets this. What happens is it becomes 문화. So even if you pronounce this H sound, Korean people don't know if you pronounce H sounds or not. To us, 문화 and 문화, they sound same. Culture. Not, I don't like it. I love culture, by the way. Next, we have this one, a lot. This is an adverb. How does it sound like? We have here meets ing, and that becomes 많이. It's not 많이. Nope. It's 많이. A lot. Last word that we have is to be piled up. Is 쌓이다. This here means you. What happens is gone. Bye-bye. So 쌓이다. So please remember this hit with the nasal or the real sounds. Usually the hit disappeared. Bye-bye, Hit. Bye-bye. That's it for this lesson. Today, I answered 3 questions about Batchim. If you have any other questions, click the link in the description or go to koreanclass101.com/ask-K-Jin. Thanks for watching. I'm K-Jin and I'll see you on koreanclass101.com. 다음 시간에 봐요.